in some sequence, or I want to move, suppose it is 10 and I want to come to was 5. So, interpolation is means coming from 10 to 5 or going from 1 to 5, these things. So, this interpolation we will never learn in interpolation is there in our book, but the way it is being presented, it is very difficult to apply in real life, but I will introduce a new tool which will make you very simple to reach from one point to another point. What is that tool? Suppose you want to reach 1 to 5. Okay. So, suppose you take a parameter t which takes you from 0 to 1, just think, and your first value is 1. So, when you start at 0 it should be 1, and when you finish it should become 0. So, you want to get a line like that which will gradually diminish, and one line you want that initially it should be 0 and it should be 5 at the end, is not it? Here it should be 0 and here it should be 5. So, combinedly this point will be, you want a line like that. I will repeat again. Okay. I will repeat again. This is a very good tricks. You take a parameter which moves from 0 to 1. Okay. This is independent. You can take 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, like that up to 1. Okay. Now, you want to reach from 1 to 5. So, suppose this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so initially it is 1, at 0 it is 1, and when you finish at end will be 1. So, it is like that. So, 0 should diminish like that, and at starting 5 should not be there at starting. So, it is 0 and it will grow gradually, should grow to 5. So, if these two lines are added, this is the also a function, addition of two function you can say, then what will happen? Initially this two, if you add, it will start from here, and finally, if you these two you add, you will get a line like that, is not it? So, this I am telling, and your in classroom you will be taught like that interpolation, but somebody will learn from this or somebody may not learn from this. So, I will go for a practical thing where you really learn and apply. So, what we will do? It is very easy. Start your Excel. You take worksheet 5 and here you start your, you want first T and then you want your 1 sorry T or n 1, suppose first number is n 1 and second number is n 2. Okay. So, T you want to vary 0, then you want to take it up to I am more clarity, for more clarity I am doing all these things. You see how easily I have done this. What I explained, I have done it in Excel. Any ambiguity, any clarification? This is the n, all are n's, and I require n means a starting point 1. I want 1 to reduce to 0, and you see how nicely I have done that. I have made t is the parameter, t I have divided from 0 to 1. So, it is now as earlier it was 1, then automatically it has reduced to that 0.9, 0.8, and ultimately it has come to 0, it is actually 0. And then second values I have directly multiplied it with t, and as it has become 0, then 0.5, 1, 2, and ultimately reached 5. So, both I have added in third column, and we got that thing. Easy? Over?
No, sir. I didn't know that coding.
This is 1 minus t, n 1 into 1 minus t, and this is because in future what we will do, we will try to find out limits, and there we will move from a point to other point, and we will see how this limit is moving. For that, these are the tool. Without then mechanically you will learn something, and you will never cross check whether it is happening or not. Here you can cross check with this tool interpolation. Here I can go from 5 to 1, and if you change this, no, suppose you want to come from 10 to 5. So, make it 10, and you see this, it has come from 10 to 5, is not it. So, either way, just you change the initial point, initial values and final values, it will other calculation will be done automatically. You see this, you see it is reduced from 10, it has come to 5. So, these two lines are not important for us, actually you can remove it. These are the line we want to move from 10 to 5, how you can move like that. Now, this is a static number, a static line. I do not want that, I want to see the movement of that point one by one. So, for that what I require to change the values of t, and I should get the corresponding values of y. For that what I will do, just see, do you have your in your Excel this developer tool? I have pointed this one developer, this one. Do you have Excel menu? No. Okay. This will be your there is any an option to introduce that function. This you can go there, Excel options and advanced, and there are just you check leisurely at your home, but now you write down these things how we can do this developer, and then here it is an insert, you write down these things. I will send you by mail all links how to do that. Okay. Insert, and then insert, here it is a button called scroll developer, then one scroll bar, and then there will be a sign, plus sign, here you put a plus sign like that. So, this is a slider. This slider is very useful. I will teach you few tools like that, which will be very useful, and you will find your change in your working in future when you learn to use this, and you connect it to this cell number E2, and you can put it any values, let it be 100. So, what this slider do? This slider, when you put it, it changes its value of this cell from desired 0 to any value, you can put any value. Okay. So, now we are requiring 0 to 1. So, here what we will do? There is no fractional values, we can put only integers here. So, 0 to 10 you do, and here another column you do this divided by 10. So, this when it is 10, it will display. Now, you know how nicely it is doing. Okay. So, T is this, okay. And now you have these values and these values. Okay. We will do that n 1 1. This value I will take from there, and in so, we want to change from this, and I will write single this formula, I will write single formula. This is equal to n 1 into because I remember these things, I have done many times, minus 1 minus t or t minus 1, what was there, plus t into n 2. So, when it is 0, then it is 10, and when it is 1, it is 5. So, we want to reach that one, no? And if it is x and y, then we can put another two values. Suppose in y you want to reach 6 and 2, same formula we will be using. You see initially if it is x, if it is y. So, initially 10 and 6, and finally, it is when you drag, then it will reach to 5 and 2. So, this is a very good tool interpolation and as well as slider. These two you must learn, and how to do this, how it helps, we will demonstrate one. with a one example. Suppose you have x values minus 5 as usual is equal to, and you drag it x cube, and then is equal to this to the power 3 . Let it be 9. Insert. Now, if you want to see the points how it moves,